Hello and welcome to Little Eden TV. Looking at the annual results for 2024-25, the results are strong. Joining me is Michael Mamabolo from the Business Development Office at Little Eden. Michael, hi, good to chat you once again. Strong financial results, what are we looking at?
Well, thank you for asking that question. You know, we are in a space of non-profit sector, and at the moment, we are remaining financially stable with our finances. And this is all thanks to the donors that support us. Because as we are, are serving in this sector, we must make sure that we channel our resources to the right people, which is our residents. So at the moment, Ray, to respond to your question, our finances remain stable.
What financial information is shared in Little Eden's annual report?
Thank you for asking that question, Ray. One of the things that we need to do as an organization is to make sure that we are good steward with the resources that we receive. And for us to be good steward of the resources that we receive, we need to be transparent. And how are we transparent? We are an organization that is audited. So we had audited financial statements that we issue out, and that information is included in our annual report to show the public, to show our donors how their money was spent. And that includes the impact report to say, this is how the money was, received, and this is how the money was spent, and to whom it was spent, our beneficiaries, the residents whom we care for.
How is transparency and accountability maintained?
I think that is very critical, Ray, because transparency is the fundamental. It's a priority at Little Eden. As I've said, we need to be good steward with the resources that we receive. So transparency is high on our agenda in terms of how we use the resources that we receive from the donors. And resources, I'm talking about financial donations. I'm talking about in-kind donation. Because sometimes donors want to know, if I give you 20 Rand, how are you spending my 20 Rand? So we have systems in place, your monitoring, your evaluation. That happens internally, where we do our own audit. In each and every department, we're able to audit ourselves. And thereafter, we call external auditors so that we maintain compliance at all times. Because we are an organization that pride itself on the Christian ethos. And as a Christian organization with the basis or the foundation, which is the core of this organization.
Michael, what are the financial priorities going forward?
Look, we at the moment, we have 300 residents, 150 in Eden Vale, where we have profound intellectual and physical disability residents, and another one is 150 in Babsfontein, where they're high functioning. So for us to make sure that we keep our doors open, we must make sure that the donors, we strengthen our relationship with donors. We're looking at multi-year relationships because it's quite important, and we need to grow our infrastructure. So those are the avenues that we want to invest in our infrastructure, strengthen our donor relationship, because the most important thing, Ray, we provide an essential service here at Little Eden. So for us, it's not to have a partnership with a donor that will come and give us money, give us support for 1 year, and then they go. Because ours is for the long haul. So we appreciate the donors that we have at the moment, where they're able to provide support for the long haul. Because the key thing for us is sustainability. And in order for us to be sustainable, we need those relationships that are multi-year, and we are able to provide support to our residents. This, as I serve here at Little Eden, it's a facility. But for our residents, this is their home. So we need to keep the doors open. By keeping these doors open, what is it that we need to do? We need to strengthen the relationship with our donors, and we need to make sure that we increase our infrastructure. Like I said, we can only accommodate 300 residents, but we need to grow this.
Michael Mamabolo of the Business Development Office at Little Eden, thank you so much for chatting to us today, and congratulations on your solid financial results.
I really appreciate you giving me the platform and the opportunity to talk about Little Eden and what is it that we do in terms of how we are handling finances, transparency thereof, because quite important. And just to, throw something at you, Ray, is that in this environment, it's very important to be a good steward with the resources that you receive from the donors. So with that, with those few words, thank you so much for having me.
And that's all we got time for today, but solid financial results for Little Eden.